Hello, our guest today for the Horn Notes video podcast is Dr. Rose French. Welcome.
Thank you.
She's back again. We had an interview with her on Horn Matters a few years ago, and it was in 2014, and we wanted to update a little bit what's been going on since then. So I know you're a busy person doing a lot of stuff. What things are you doing these days?
I'm still teaching at ASU and Phoenix College and Grand Canyon University. But on the entrepreneurship side, I run a chamber music ensemble called the Mill Avenue Chamber Players. And it was started in 2008 with a grant that I received while I was finishing up my doctorate at ASU. The grant was for $2,000, which we used to incorporate and to hold our first series of concerts at Rosie's House, which is a music academy for disadvantaged kids here in Phoenix that get free lessons and free instruments.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was looking at the old article. You said in there 2007.
Oh, it is 2007. You're right, because
Ooh.
our 10th anniversary is the 2017-2018 season.
Yes.
So we're coming up on season number 9.
And you're doing you were telling me earlier, you're doing a bunch of stuff. I mean, tell us about, you got the chamber music concerts, the school things you're doing. You're doing quite a lot of interesting stuff, plus the CD coming out soon.
Yeah, so our season is based around, the season is going to be about time travel. And 2 seasons ago, I decided to select a theme to help us kind of focus in on what we were performing. And so we have a logo now that goes with each theme. Last year we did the 4 seasons. We didn't play any Vivaldi or any Piazzolla. But we did concerts about spring, summer, winter, and fall. Not in that order. We did it in the correct order, actually. But this year is about time travel. And so our entire series throughout the season is 5 concerts that we do at either 4 or 5 of our chamber music series. The first one we're doing is called Mozart's Vienna. We pick very specific time periods and perform music from that time period. We're doing one with Helios, which is a Renaissance vocal ensemble, and it's music of the Venetian School. We're doing a concert that is called Coming to America, and it's composers that immigrated to America after World War II, kind of highlighting the positivity of those who come to our country as immigrants and what great wealth they bring to our country. We're doing a rock concert this year with a rhythm section. We're going to do that at a bar in downtown Phoenix. And then we're doing a concert by living composers, including David Maslanka, Joan Tower, and a premiere by another ASU grad, Robert Springer.
Now, you've done a bunch of things that I think the interesting thing in terms of entrepreneurship is, I mean, so other people out there thinking, wow, you started this group, it's gone almost 10 years, done a bunch of different stuff, made some recordings, other things. I mean, to others people who are maybe trying to start out a group, they're thinking like, man, how am I going to do this? I mean, what is the way they start? How do you get it going?
I think the best piece of advice is to start small. That was one of the big lessons that I learned. You want to conquer the world and be famous an entire year, and if you want to have a really good product, it takes time to develop. And the best way to do that is to rehearse a lot, perform less, and invest time in what you're doing. We did a lot our very first couple of years, or first season actually, and then I got pretty burnt out. And it's only been in the past maybe 4 years now that we've grown just tremendously to the point where we have 5 chamber music series now throughout Phoenix. So we do about 60 concerts a year, and it's all self-managed. So we're also doing our 3rd chamber music camp this summer for high school students, which has been a lot of fun, and we're recording our next CD.
Yeah, so that's a lot of cool stuff. I was just thinking, like, groups that you see, I mean, sometimes people will get all fired up and they'll start and they don't get enough gigs and they just, like, go their separate ways and stuff. So you kind of stuck through that low time.
Yeah. And one of the things that one of the reasons that we didn't do a lot after the first year was that I was very adamant of paying people for their time. That this was a professional group, but also that my colleagues, who are also my friends, but they're also professionals, and that they deserve to be paid for their time. So, everything that we do is fully paid. We pay for rehearsals now. And so it's just been a really, it's been a great road. I finished my doctorate in 2008, right when the economy hit the fan. And I've been really, really fortunate to have this ensemble, but also my teaching opportunities that I've had here as well.
Yeah. So, just kind of closing. I mean, what thoughts do you have for others that are thinking about starting a group? Again, you kind of got at this earlier, but just kind of drive it home here. What would be your general thought of how to get something going, and just that whole concept of thinking big, but then following through.
Yeah, I think the big thing that ensembles need to focus on is building your audience. And it's not just building the number of people that are in your seats, it's building a relationship with the people that are at your concerts. And that's how you will grow a sustaining audience and one that will follow you and be faithful. Because basically people can go and see anything online at any time, and you need to give them a reason to leave their house and to invest in not only financially but time-wise, to spend time listening to you and being interested in what you're doing. And I don't think that just happens online. I think it's about how you present yourself in the concert setting, even before the concert and after the concert. One of the changes that we made this year is that all of our concerts are an hour long. So I heard a great quote by I think it was a cello professor at Peabody, and he said, "Nobody needs to eat 2 Thanksgiving meals." And really that, our consumption of classical music isn't built around a 2.5-hour concert anymore. So we've gotten a lot of great feedback from moving to that model.
Yeah, it reminds me of a tuba colleague I had back at Crane had a saying. He would say something like, it's better to leave them wishing for that they had heard a longer concert rather than wishing they had heard a shorter one. So you want to gauge it to the right length and kind of know your audience, and something you're trying to build repeat performances for this product. So
it's been a lot of fun, and it's one of the great things is it's not only really musically satisfying, but the people in that I perform with are good friends of mine, and we really take care of each other in and outside of the ensemble. We're a really big part of each other's lives, and I think that's made our group even closer and more successful. So
yeah. So this year, Kim, got anything on the road?
We are, I mentioned a little bit that we're recording a CD with John Steinmetz in June, and he's coming from LA to produce our CD. Later in the summer, we're performing at the National Flute Conference. We'll actually be performing John's quintet. And let's see, what else do we have? We're performing at the Downtown Chamber Music Series for the first time, which will be a lot of fun. We really took a close look at what we were doing, and excuse me, instead of being like groups that are really interested in touring, we're really interested in investing in our community, because we all live here. We're a little bit further out of school. We own homes and have families, and so it's important for us to be a part of where we live instead of kind of a fly in, do a master class and a great concert and leave. So I'm hoping that model it's served us really well already.
Oh yeah, community engagement
it's the buzzword right now.
That and innovation.
And innovation.
So anything innovative to close?
Go Devils.
Go Devils. Okay, well we are number one in innovation here. So thank you again, Rose, and be checking for more from the Horn Notes video podcast. So I think what I'll have to, with that, we'll get the microphone up here a little better. Hello, our guest today for the Horn Matters
video podcast.